Boldcasters episode. My name's Clay.
My name's Jay.
This is Robert.
All right, here we are once again with Bold City News. Selection time.
Yeah. How about those Democrats? How about those dang Republicans?
Yeah, because we're a two-party system, right?
Yeah.
That's how we run. Well, according to reports from WOKV, the Reds are outdoing the Blues a lot. 28,000 to 9-1 in early voting.
Dang. Well, I really don't think that's that surprising because usually the South and North is like divided. Usually, like the South part of Florida votes Democratic, and then the northern part of Florida votes more Republican.
Well, that was actually just in Clay County.
Weird.
In Duval, it's pretty even. Still a 3,000 lead. Nassau, it's a blowaway by 8,000. St. John's is very similar. Total from the surrounding counties, it's 140 to 91,000.
Oh, dang. So you're telling me there's no chance?
It's red. It's all red up here. And there's some third-party votes, 40,005 in third-party. So, I mean, they haven't obviously said who. That's their third-party.
I mean, I guess it could be spread out a bunch between, like, the four other candidates that I guess are not technically on the ballot. Like, D's nuts, I guess, somehow managed to get on the ballot.
Right.
And
Is this real life? That dude with, like, the messed up teeth that's special?
Yes, I guess.
Yes.
I do not know. Like, someone snapped a picture of it, put it on Instagram of their ballot. It's illegal, but
It is illegal.
But they did it anyways.
A lot of people have a bad habit of doing that, which kind of actually does irritate me. But beside the point, local Republicans have also cast over 20,000 more absentee ballots, nearly 28,000 more early votes compared to Democrats.
Yeah, I did hear something about that. It's kind of intriguing. I mean, I don't like either candidate, to be honest.
No one does. They don't even like themselves. But
That's pretty true.
This is where we're at.
Yeah. So
I mean, this is kind of expected here in this region. So I think we'll kind of balance out a little bit as we get closer to.
Yeah, especially because I know the southern part of the state leans more Democrat because you have a lot more Northerners that come down for the winter.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, those damn snowbirds got nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
Vividly. Florida's always been the more south you go, the more north you are.
Yes, I guess the past couple of elections, Florida has decided who becomes president.
Yes, Florida is a swing state. It has been for years.
Yes,
all the way back to Bush Gore.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that was
Recount.
the great recount of 2000.
Well,
dating myself.
Wrapping up, do you have any more political news?
There's the email scandal, but that's on a bigger note. That's a whole larger issue, so we'll see what transpires there.
Yeah, we touched that on an earlier show.
Yes, we touch that on the upcoming Boldcastify News.
Awesome.
And just a reminder to everybody, there will be a Boldcaster special coming up next week on the election.
Well, moving on to more local, more our thing. Beer.
Yes. We like beer. Who doesn't?
Whiskey. Stuff. Fun. Barbecue.
Borrow a little topic here from the Void magazine. Great people. They do incredible work. I know a few people over there. They did an article. Brewery that we go to very often, or at least I do.
Yeah, Ancient City Brewing.
Fantastic brewery.
If you did not know of them, they bought out Mile Marker.
Back in 14?
Yeah, 14 I think. I've been out there a few times, and their beer is great.
Yes.
I mean, they have some bland ones, but for the most part, their beers are pretty solid. You can tell they're getting better at
Absolutely.
their craft.
They are getting better. They're crafting their beers. Flavors are starting to come around. Tuttle and Rummel opened it. They had the chance to buy Mile Marker, decided to pass on it.
Oh, just like the branding of it?
Right.
Well, yeah, from what I gather, there wasn't much branding either, so...
How long was Mile Marker even open? I don't think
maybe like a year and a
long.
half.
Yeah, well, I didn't think it was long. Ancient City, and as I touched on in this Void article, which I would suggest everyone checking out, it's actually a really well-written article.
We'll throw it up there on the Facebook later, or the Twitter.
All the above. They let them do a look around and all that good jazz. They still have the head brewer from Mile Marker doing the work, and pretty much they're ingraining themselves into the St. Augustine community, because as far as I know, they are the only brewery in St. Augustine.
There's another smaller upstart called Bog Brewing, but they are a much smaller operation, and they are right down the street from the school down there.
Oh, Flagler?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're just getting going.
On the operation scale, like nowhere near it.
They've got a great system going on. Their tap room is amazing.
Yeah.
Because they put together a tap room, great woodwork. It's really high quality. We go down there to watch Jaguar games.
Yeah, a lot of away games. I think
I'm
last
a Bold
year,
City Brigade member, St. Augustine chapter. Great work.
Last year we ended up going down there and watching the third day of the draft.
Yes, indeed we did. Third day of the draft.
It was pretty good.
They're definitely starting to ingrain themselves into the community.
Yeah.
They're looking at distribution plans, new brews, all that good stuff. The craft beer scene's growing.
Yeah, once again.
They're becoming big with St. Augustine. And something I did not know, and the gentleman that wrote the article, is actually now, as we already knew, it wasn't a phase or a fad, but it's actually an industry that's worth $22 billion to be exact.
Yeah.
Astounding.
Yeah.
It's only going to grow.
Yeah, for at least in this area, I know our old buddy Alex Ben, he lives up in Colorado. He says there's like a brew pub or like a brewery like every 2 blocks up there in Colorado. So
that's amazing.
I mean, and he said any given Friday or Saturday night, they're all full.
Oh, undoubtedly. It's taken the nation by storm. And credit to Zach Sweat and Boyd for the article. Great work as always.
Jekyll Island.
Yes, that is pretty cool. It's just a little touch on this one because we want to expand to just a little outside of the great Bold City. Rhythm and Brews event with live music, local bands throughout the day. They're going to have taste eats, barbecue, little cookout, and I think I heard someone say there's a bounce house up there.
So drinking with bounce houses, that sounds like a...
I think it's for the kids, not for adults. The bounce house is not for you.
Sorry, Rob.
Sorry. There's not a sign that's for me. I don't care about little Susie if she's 2 or 3. She needs to get out of my way.
Wow.
Well,
she ain't kin to him.
Ain't kin to him. And the sad part is, I've seen it happen before. He does not care. I've seen him toss one to the side. Whew. Just for an FYI, this will be at Jekyll Island, Beachview Drive North, Holiday Inn Resort. I don't know what else to tell you.
Just go
check it out.
Check it out. Yeah, for definitely.
It is free throughout the day.
I'm down the beer is.
It's
but
Saturday.
I have to ask.
Yes, I'm down the beer is, and I'm down the barbecue is free. But I think it's free to attend.
Yes, the event itself is free.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I've been to Summer Waves, I believe, in Jekyll Island.
Yes, Jekyll Island's nice. I'm not sure how it's been since the storm, so I haven't been up there. But I know they got a lot of
probably a lot of flooding, but
yeah, there's a lot of flooding, a lot of damage. There's significant damage. I understand they are recovering pretty well, but something I definitely wouldn't mind checking out if I.
Yeah, definitely. If I am off Saturday, I might head up to Georgia.
A little barbecue action.
Yeah, I love barbecue. I love beer. So
good combinations.
Yes. All right, take it back down to Duval. Art Walk is this Wednesday at Hemming Park, downtown Jax, which will, I want to say, like the final one before the end of for the new year. I'm not 100%, but I don't think they'll have the one in December.
Oh, they're not going to have one in December?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I could be wrong on that.
I thought they did.
That's what I thought I read. So I believe it will go out with a big bang. It's probably a great place to buy some gifts.
Yes, it definitely usually is. I usually try to get a couple knickknacks, souvenirs, something, because they're cheap. Well, let me not say cheap. They're quality priced gifts, and they're unique gifts.
Yes, and they're usually one of a kind. So that is definitely a positive. Not so much the artwork, man. The artwork is definitely pricey.
Yes,
especially if you're wanting to buy an original, man. If you want to buy prints, you could probably afford them. The originals are quite pricey.
I bought an original from the car guy. I have a Superbird sitting in the room, and it wasn't cheap. I'll be honest. They're doing a special. They're going to have Navy Notre Dame theme with the art walk.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Based around the upcoming game here in Jacksonville. Navy Notre Dame.
Oh, yeah, Navy Notre Dame. The battle of the average.
Indeed. Rick Catlett was hoping on having the AP Top 25 team. Unfortunately, that would not be true. And one more reminder, community meeting for the proposed overlay updates in Riverside, Avondale, will be tomorrow at 6 to 8 p.m. also. Yes. I believe at Good Shepherd Church.
Yes. I believe what's the guy's name? Jim Love.
Jim Love.
I believe he's edited the proposal, the original proposal, and he's edited it also again, taking out the seating limitations, the can't serve food after 9 or can't 8. Yes, can't. He's edited quite a bit of this proposal, so I think it'll be interesting to hear. Like I said, I would ride through tomorrow since I'm not a Riverside, Avondale living person, resident. I'll still attend.
Well, I may swing through because, especially if I still know a couple of the committee members that are there. Since I was a resident for 23 years, I'm going to speak my mind. And I'm never been opposed to speaking my mind. But for the most part, I'm going to stay I want to see what falls out because this will not be the final meeting.
Oh, definitely not.
So I'm not as concerned about this meeting as most.
But it is a little bit intriguing because you're kind of, is this like a prequel to what could possibly happen if it happens in Avondale, Riverside area? Could it happen in Murray Hill after, let's say, fast forward 10 years, Murray Hill?
Could set a precedent. That's very true.
Right. You're right on that one.
Or maybe over in Springfield, where they're actually trying to get it up off the ground. Fast forward maybe 15 years. Is this what's going to happen? Is some congressman,
city elected official, going to try to push his own agenda through? I don't know, but it's worth a watch for definitely sure. And another little tidbit, because we lie at the very edge of Orange Park and Jacksonville, there is a cocktail bar opening right next to Pinglehead.
Right next to Pinglehead.
Yeah, Pinglehead.
Brewers.
Yeah, Brewers Pizza.
And Pinglehead Brewing. I'm actually wearing a Pinglehead shirt tonight.
Yes. So I'm intrigued. They will not be serving food, so
that means more business for brewers. Food business for brewers.
Yes, and I believe they are not allowed to serve beer because there's a no compete clause.
Yeah, I would imagine so. That's usually how that works with restaurants of that nature.
So that's pretty nifty, and I will probably at least go there a few times, even though
check out, and it's good for that area.
Yeah, even though my heart and Pinglehead has it. So
but I think even Pinglehead will like it for the competition, even though it's not direct competition, but it's still a competition of sorts, even though they're in a different genre.
I do know that the head chef over at Brewers, yes, he basically said he's all for it because he says it's going to make your profits go up.
Absolutely, Taylor is 100%.
Because they're not serving food. It's just strictly bar only.
Right.
So that's pretty cool.
It's all it can do is bring greatness to the
lackluster Orange Park, Florida, and
the entire metroplex right there, whatever you call the little shopping center.
Yes, I don't even know the name of the shopping center. For people that are listening that kind of want to know exact locations, it's right across from the Shell station, across from Red Lobster.
Yeah, I was going to say also, if you're going down Blanding Boulevard or 21, it's as soon as you cross into the Clay County.
Yes.
As soon as you cross McCoy's Creek, boom.
Yep, turn.
Take a right. Easy turn, easy beer. Coming soon, cocktails.
Yeah.
So with that, we move to Netflix and Neudecker.
This is I just finished a series called Slasher. It's a Canadian show. It had about 8 episodes. Pretty good. Starts off with pregnant lady and this guy getting ready to accept some trick-or-treaters. He's about to go to a party. She's going to stay home. She's like 8 months pregnant. Opens his door. This guy's dressed as a executioner. Thinks it's his buddy. Opens the door again. His buddy walks in. Kind of confused who the guy in the house is. The guy throws a machete through his chest.
So is this how it starts?
This is how it starts. Woo!
liking this so far.
There's blood everywhere, and of course his friend's scared, just sitting up against the wall, so he doesn't know what to do. So the guy takes the bloody knife out the dude's chest, then throws the guy against the wall and slices his face nice and slow. And the guy runs out. Then the wife sees it, freaks out. He throws her on the ground and stabs her through the neck.
Holy cow.
Then slits open her stomach and starts rocking the baby back and forth. That's how it starts. Come to find out, the girl grows up, decides to come home to her. The home her parents were murdered in. Decides to live there. Murders start happening again. It's called the 7 Deadly Sins. It's not the same guy.
And this
crazy show.
This is on Netflix.
It's on Netflix, called Slasher. It does not have the greatest ending, but I enjoyed it. It was nice and gory. Of course, I like everything. You want the main character to die because she's just obnoxious and she deserved it. But, it doesn't happen, unfortunately, but that's the only reason I watched it. But I loved the opening. Had some good death scenes, especially the ending because it was kind of brutal.
You are sadistic as hell, my friend.
I've been called worse.
I'm trying to keep it nice. I mean, it sounds like
I'll give it a 4 out of 5 for a good Canadian slasher flick. Well,
Canadian,
action
that
TV
says a
show.
lot.
Yeah, I mean,
Canadians do something different every once in a while.
Yeah, so
Interesting. I have to keep tabs on that one. Maybe check it out. So what did you say it was called? Slasher?
Yeah, just Slasher.
Slasher.
Netflix, yep.
Slasher on Netflix. Check it out. And with that was Netflix and Neudecker. Let's move on to Boldcastify Tech. Have y'all heard of the Drizly app?
No.
All right.
So,
well, it's an app that's out there, kind of like, no one really has heard about it, to be honest. It's making its way around because it allows people to order drinks from the app.
Like digitally, or they actually deliver it?
They deliver it. No, you order it on the app.
Yeah.
all right, I'm going to try it right now.
So Jason's about to download the app.
So my question is, you can just buy one drink? Do you have to buy so many?
Yeah, does it? And how much do you have to
As
tip?
far as I know, there's no limitations.
Because I know
Their aim is they want to be the Amazon for alcohol. I don't know if they have Drizly Prime yet, but I'm pretty sure Jason's going to sign up for that. He's already trying to sign up for it. And he's downloading the app as we speak. Now, here's how we tie it into local news. Yes, 1 hour alcohol delivery.
Wow, that's pretty yodel.
And that's what puts them above the apps competing with them.
Do they just go to like a Winn-Dixie, or do they have
This
their
is what I
own?
was going to explain. They actually form contracts like ABC through third parties, suppliers, and all that good stuff.
So all they're doing is basically like
They have to go pick it up and
like a shit for alcohol.
Yeah,
essentially, yeah.
Okay.
it's like if you order food
I
from
think,
a website.
I think they might be a little late, but we'll see. I'm about to sign in.
Guess what? Tying in local, they just introduced the app in Jacksonville this week. So, Jason's going to start buying some alcohol. We're supposed to go live in Jacksonville this week. I'm not 100% if it is,
Well, we're
but
gonna
it's
find out
supposed
in a
to.
minute when he
Because
puts it
Jason
in.
is working on it.
He's working hard on it.
Nothing comes between him and his alcohol.
Yes, especially if it's whiskey.
From basically what I read over it, you're able to select whatever you want.
Yeah.
And if you don't get the item within the hour, they'll credit you back 20%.
Nice.
And there is a crap ton of items on there. The liquor selection. There's 992 items to choose from. It's not as good as I thought it was. I thought it was gonna be like specific drinks, but it's bottles. It's bottle service. So
Right.
it's pretty cool. The app's pretty dang functional, surprisingly for the Apple app.
Yeah, I know. It's very impressive the way it looks. It's a find picture, pick the item, pull it up, make your selection, and I guess it's incoming.
Yeah, and they've got there's 293 bourbons to choose from. So they've definitely done their work.
Well, I just helped Jason out with alcoholism and the rest of Duval. Because we like our alcohol down here.
Well,
but this app I believe just launches live in Jacksonville this week.
It's pretty old.
Yeah, I would say so.
So we'll keep you up on it and see what our thoughts are. But I believe they will give you a 20% discount or reimburse you if you don't have the item by a certain time, or if they do not have the item, they will reimburse you with a deal for something comparable.
That's pretty.
So they're definitely trying.
And you can only purchase alcohol up till 8 p.m.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Just up to 8 p.m.
Yes.
That's depressing.
Clay County on a Sunday.
So what's the payment plan look like?
The payment plan is like a $5 charge, and even though Neudecker doesn't think that you're supposed to tip them, I believe that is like a common courtesy.
Gratuity means you have to. If not, then no, because they chose that life, and that's not my problem. My liver needs the liquor. They don't need my tip. That's all I'm saying. The $5 covers them driving to my house.
Oh, there you go. Neudecker said it.
All right.
Just a tip.
Just a tip.
With that being said, let's step to another piece of technology news.
Do it for the Vine.
Not anymore.
Vine is dead. Looks like Twitter's getting rid of their Vine.
Yeah, I was reading about that Vine's been totally killed off, and the Twitter's not going to use it either. Is it Twitter that owns it, or
didn't Twitter
owns it?
I thought Twitter bought it.
Yes, Twitter bought
and
it.
they're killing it too.
Well, because Vine was kind of stupid. Okay.
I think it's smart, honestly. I think the GIFs work better.
Okay, yes, the GIFs work better, and the fact that they allow 30-second video, they allow up to like 3.5-minute videos or something like that on Twitter, anyways.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Vine, they should have never bought Vine to begin with.
That is the first thing I'll say. The purchase of Vine was dumb to begin with.
I disagree at first because it was really hot. They're actually able to start doing commercials based off of it. People are getting famous off of it. At the time, I think it was a smart buy, but they didn't think of the end game of it, what would happen.
Okay, exactly. The idea of purchasing it was something like.
But I think they spent a lot of
like
money.
You didn't have. It was like a new toy.
Yeah.
You wanted it, but you didn't know what to do with it.
It was like YouTube on a go. Is what it was.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's what made it hot in the first place. Like, 3-4 years ago? Because people made all these little clips and pieced them together and got very popular off of them. That's all it was.
Yeah.
After Twitter acquired it, the popularity was already starting to decay. And guess what? It's already was gone this year.
Yeah.
And Twitter found no way to repurpose it. No way to make its shelf life last.
And
the technology's there. There's things you can do.
And honestly, though, I believe the initial CEO or the guy that bought it no longer works for Twitter. So
I believe he's been replaced with one of the founding members of Twitter, Jack Dorsey. So I just don't think it was a good purchase.
No,
especially when Twitter itself is looking for acquisition.
And to say that Twitter might be dying too, I don't necessarily agree with that. I think it could probably be. You might be running out of people. There's always going to be ads.
It's definitely going to have ads. Are you talking about like running out of people to
subscribe?
Subscribe? Okay. Yeah. I mean, you're definitely going to hit your capital base at some point.
I mean,
but you think they've lost users over time?
Yeah, but so is Facebook.
Well, Facebook and Twitter is different. Facebook, they have so many rules and regulations, but I can go on Twitter and say whatever I want to a billion people and put a hashtag behind it. Facebook, only people are going to see are the people that are on my friends list. It's
exactly.
Two different worlds.
Yeah,
it's apples and oranges.
Yes, but
as we were discussing off air, some of our co-fans, were just yelling at our owner's son.
Yes.
Which you can't really do on Facebook. You can, but it's not the same.
You can add him.
After you add him, if he chooses to, then you can call him something.
If he chooses to accept you, which he probably would. I think on Twitter it's required to accept him. If he wants to add you, he's got to accept it. I think that's what he's got it set up like on Twitter for himself. I could be wrong on that. I wouldn't even say it's apples to oranges. I think it's more like a Gala apple versus like a Granny Smith apple, to be honest. I mean,
I don't know. I still kind of, not totally with Rob, but it's still a little more, the symmetry is a little bit more different.
Yes.
It's a lot more open source than Facebook.
Yes, it's a lot more.
Yes, it is.
The cursing, the language is so much more wide.
They allow nudity.
They allow nudity.
Facebook does not. I understand that. It's like the biggest consensus. I think they allow cursing, so does Facebook. They don't allow gory stuff on Facebook.
Yeah, they do. Or I would have been kicked off a long time ago.
Well, why did he say that? Now they're gonna delete his account.
Yeah.
Let's try another one.
Or they're going to delete the Boldcastify account. just thinking it's the same.
But I know because I have seen some stuff get deleted off.
Yes, they do delete stuff. They're basically generally saying there's more censory on Facebook,
and that's where I will take Rob's side of it. Versus with anything, you're gonna run out of subscribers. The end, and you gotta find a way to. I've already seen it on Facebook, and I started seeing it on Instagram. Like, if you like so many items of a particular style, your ad, like I'm sure on Instagram for you, your ad is Nike that pops up periodically, or Adidas or something like that, because you've probably liked so many items of Jaguar stuff, Jaguar related items. So your ad would probably be tailored to you. Like I know. For instance, I like.
I'm cutting back on that.
Touche. But I like a lot of whiskey on Instagram, so I get a lot of ads that are whiskey related.
Right.
It's
marketing. That's how they set it up. It's marketing in the digital age. It's catered to you and catered to your life.
So that's exactly what Twitter's going to have to do instead of giving me these stupid blue pill commercials for Extends or something.
I don't think I've seen those, but
neither have I.
But I've gotten a couple of them, or like the ones for old people that need to hold in their urine.
Wow, that's disturbing.
Yeah,
I thought that was called diapers.
I guess they're really catering to you for something different.
I know, right?
Well, they haven't really started catering.
I'll use this as an example for Facebook. I watch a lot of wrestling, and I try to find wrestlers and different outlets on Facebook. I found 2. I type in something in Twitter, I follow like 60 different things. Right. You can find a lot more through Twitter when you want information or updates or random video posts than you can Facebook. Facebook's more oriented into your friends and family,
just the social,
and
your
maybe
social.
A couple fan pages. But if you want more information, news, or just random facts, that's what Twitter's for, and that's why I think Twitter's going to be around a lot longer than Facebook is.
I agree.
Facebook's going to hit the wall a lot quicker than Twitter because Twitter can always evolve because they're always getting the information quicker than anything else. So for Twitter to hit a wall doesn't make any sense.
I totally agree. I couldn't agree even more. And
it's more of the common users, I think, what they're trying to get at. Most of everyone I know uses Twitter.
The only
even
feature...
the common user is going to, play Call of Duty, and they want to know the next release date or something like that. They're going to follow GameStop and get it a lot quicker than anywhere else.
Oh,
so.
Yeah. And my thing is, there's so much information on Twitter that you get quicker than most of your media sources.
So, you and I both watched that shooting live on TV.
Which shooting?
The Orlando shooting.
Okay, thank you. Pulse nightclub shooting.
Okay, sorry, I should have been more detailed. But we both watched that live for the most part. We didn't watch the actual shooting happen. We watched the aftermath.
Right.
Okay. I got text alerts from friends saying, "Hey, buddy, what?" Like they don't really know where the hell I am in Florida, so they just assume everyone that lives in Florida lives in Orlando, I guess.
Huh.
But let's be honest though. I looked at Twitter. Twitter started tweeting out the timeline. Started at like 4:30 in the morning. So
Twitter updates from inside the club.
Yes. So that's my point. Twitter will always have a market, even if it's such a small market of newsworthy stuff.
No, I agree.
It will always have a market.
Twitter is a constant. I mean, how they're having these supposed issues and people that don't want to acquire them, I don't see it. I don't see they manage fine, right?
The amount of money they want.
Right.
Yeah, maybe
I don't see how they're going to market and gain that revenue back.
Yeah.
In the return and what they want. They want more of a 2-year, not a 10-year return. They're looking for fast, easy money. They're not willing to rebuild that money an extended term, and that's where I think they're falling.
And I do see where, I mean, they acquired Periscope here in the last couple of years because they want to branch out into the video, which Periscope's working pretty well fine. Yeah. Now it's being counteracted with Facebook Live, which is taking a lot of steam out of the sales. People still love the Periscope. I mean, you still see city officials, like when we had the hurricane here, the city officials with the news media using Periscope to report
because it's
stuff.
going to reach a wider audience. If you want to reach just your Facebook people, of course you can do Facebook video because you only want Billy, Bob, and Susan to see it.
But what I see is eventually an integration of Periscope, like we've seen with the NFL games on Thursday nights they've done, and the debates.
Yes.
I see more of an integration between the Periscope and Twitter into one unification at some point.
I already thought it was, so maybe I'm late to the party.
Well, it is where you can use the app on the same platform.
Yes.
But it's not. What I'm saying is basically.
They want to combine. You're thinking they're going to combine the app.
I'm saying eventually at some point it's going to be more of a one
app versus two.
Yes.
Got it.
It's going to be basically
Kinda
select an option on a box instead of having just separate app.
I mean, one will link you to
that.
Kind of like Facebook Live, how it's on one app.
Yes, which I think you can actually get a separate app. But my general point, you will see with the tweets, they will become more visual. You can have still the regular tweets we see.
Oh, and then
tweets.
Right underneath it, it might have like a little blurb, a little video attached to it.
Exactly.
I like it.
See what I'm saying?
I like it a lot. That's
outside the box. I may just let $1 billion plan out the box. But
I know. I'm about to say, man, you could have made money.
I know, right?
This may be deleted.
All right, I think we beat the Twitter.
I think we beat the dead horse on the Twitterverse, but we do love Twitter.
Yes.
So with that, we just got one little last bit to touch on. The Galaxy S little sneak peek was released, and it looks like it's going to have a thumbprint scanner to save your thumbprint on the screen and put it into the system and recognize the entire print.
Nice.
Back in the day, they actually had a little separate part of the phone that was the thumbprint, so now it's going to be part of the screen, which is cool.
Yes, this is actually going to be part of the glass. And the rumors has it that the Apple iPhone 8, will be a major revolutionary redesign compared to the previous few iPhones because they want to do it for the 10th anniversary. They've already announced it's going to be OLED. It's going to actually wrap around the phone itself. And the glass, they will be getting rid of the home button, finally.
Nice. And
so we'll be going from top to bottom, side to side.
And I am assuming that it's going to cost a small fortune to replace the screen. Awesome.
My question, are they going to get rid of the charging port and make it all wireless?
That's a very good question.
That is what I've been wondering for a long while.
It's about time to get rid of that charging port.
Because isn't that the only hole in the thing? Because now they got this last one.
Yes, the 7 only has the one hole since the removal of the headphone jack. You have the lightning port. So this may you have a very good point, Rob. This may be the final one with the lightning port.
And I wonder why.
I still would be shocked they actually do remove it, though.
I think it's a bad idea because if your phone's completely dead, how's a wireless charger going to recognize your phone?
Right. I'd still be kind of shocked if they actually do remove it.
Unless they do like the pads. I know Samsung has it where you have a wireless docking station where it's laid on a pad and it connects.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That makes sense, but just to have just entirely wireless thing, there's no connection, I don't know how that would work.
I don't know, it's very interesting.
Maybe it'll sense your phone?
If it's completely dead, how's it going to sense it?
I don't know.
There's no powder. There's nothing to pick up unless there's some kind of residue static charge it can pick up. I don't know.
So I noticed actually using a Samsung or using one of our co-casters, Samsung, they actually have a low power saving measure.
Yeah, ours do now too.
Yes, we have low power, but not to the same degree. Theirs actually shuts it down to
like a minimal.
Yeah, no internet. It's just phone and text.
You have a selection of 4 options on the phone that you can use for like basic options, basic emergencies.
Yeah.
You want to keep your power going.
I think 72 hours is the battery life at that point, something like that.
I think there should be something like that. I think if there is, I missed it.
I think iPhone. I think you can delete whatever you don't want in like the little box for the safe power mode.
I'll look into that. Something I would definitely recommend Apple doing if they don't have it, and I just don't know how to use it. But I would definitely recommend to do some kind of like extra safe power mode.
Yeah, because sometimes The power is much, much needed.
Yes. So with that, last of the, like I said, the OLED and the back of the glass will no longer be, the back of the phone will no longer be aluminum. It's going to be glass.
That's scary. Bless it. This thing's going to be crazy expensive to replace. You do not want to drop this iPhone. I can guarantee.
I am glad I'm getting the 7.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Steve Jobs is going to rise from the dead and buy a Ferrari after this.
Yeah.
And with that, we're going to go to Boldcastify Sports Update.
I got a little tweet about this earlier today. Ray Allen retires. I mean, son of a gun.
Yeah, it's a shame. He was one of the best shooters I've seen.
Well,
He was drafted by the Bucks in '94, I believe. I may be off a little bit, so don't quote me on this. I actually should look it up. He was drafted by the Bucks. Then he went and played with the Supersonics. Then he got traded to the Celtics, where he won a championship, maybe 2. And then he wrapped up with the Miami Heat, where he won a couple more titles.
Yeah, so, I mean, I did not know he was a top 3-point shooter in the NBA history.
Yes, he was fantastic. He's actually a really, really good shooter.
And another little blurb.
He also played Jesus Shuttleworth. If you've never seen it, and he's got game. Spike Lee movie. You know who his dad was?
Who?
Denzel Washington.
That's awkward.
King Kong ain't got nothing on him.
No. Good movie, though. Good movie. One of Spike Lee's better.
Another interesting little blurb. Percy Harvin's back in the fold.
Yes. Percy Harvin
For $1 million?
decided to unretire just so he could play his old team.
I guess. I don't really know. Is that what it is?
That would be my guess, honestly. And wrap this up, we've got a World Series update.
It's now tied.
It is now 3-all. The Cubbies making this interesting. One curse is broken tomorrow night.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna probably watch it. It's gonna be awesome.
I will be watching.
Unless they have like a 30-day rain delay and they just can't play.
That will be awkward.
The last time that's ever happened since 2003.
Since Game 7?
Yeah.
Impressive.
So
Game 6 went to the Cubbies 9-3. Cubs did good. Nice rotation.
So you're telling me there's still a chance?
There's definitely a chance. And I'm sure Cleveland fans are not thinking very high after their recent turmoils in World Series after losing to Miami one time. Florida back in '97. And the Cubs, who knows?
But it's really funny.
Maybe they'll get off the snide.
It's really funny though because it's like adding insult to injury. Like they were up 3-1. Now it's tie.
Do you know the last team to come back and win a World Series like that?
No, but I heard
From 3 down.
I heard it earlier.
I want to say it was the 78 or 79 Pirates.
That's hilarious.
The Pirates.
I forgot that was even a team.
Exactly. I was waiting for you to say that, Rob. And that's Boldcastify Sports Update. And be sure to tune into our sports programming, Boldcastify College Series for college, Boldcastify Football Show for the NFL at large, and of course, Circle Up Prowl. All Jags, all the time. All right, with that, it's time we go on to News of the Weird.
All right, this is something that's kind of close to my heart. This is something that happened to me, except for the cervix and uterus part.
What?
Yeah, there's a surgical procedure is done for a lady on April 15th, day after my birthday. She's going off operation, I think it was in Japan, using a laser to her cervix, the lower part of her uterus, as I already stated. She decided to fart. Well, what happened was this caused a fire. It burned her waist, her legs. I think it was 3rd-degree burns.
Holy crap.
So, yeah, they said there's no flammable materials in the operation room, but she decided to let a wet one go, and she burned for that one. What do you think, Jason?
The laser?
Yeah.
Jason's mind blown right here.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah, what do you think, Clyde?
I've got nothing to say about that one. I didn't know a fart was that powerful to set a laser off.
Well, I think
if you can do it with a lighter, you can do it with a laser.
Well, I think it had to do with probably the laser not being in the right spot after she farted. She probably jostled herself.
Or she farted and it caught like a piece of paper or something.
No, I mean, it was surgical. There's no paper.
Oh, I didn't have like a little paper around her or something doing the surgery. Or...
No, I mean, they couldn't do that because it's literally cutting a laser around her hip bone, cervix, all that.
Oh.
There shouldn't have been any paper. But yeah, she got burned pretty well.
Is there a picture?
No, I wish there was.
Okay, it never happened.
Yeah, that happened in Japan. I'm trying to figure out exactly where. Tokyo.
Okay, well, that's where everything good happens.
Yeah.
I'll get stories from there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's going to sue. Sue she's looking like a burnt hot dog. But that happened.
That's not good.
I'm at a loss.
That's something right there.
That is weird news.
This is for everybody listening. Don't fart during surgeries. You might burn.
Especially when there's a laser.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if I have to go for surgery, they say laser, I'm going to say no. Because I fart way too much for all that.
Well, we've got one more piece of weird news just to wrap up the show. Man arrested in a Largo, Florida hospital for assault on his doctor and nurse after throwing a glass eye at the doctor. True story.
Are you kidding me?
No, this happened.
That's some John Wayne type stuff. It really is.
Police arrested 54-year-old Edward Michael Dorsey around 10:45 Sunday morning on suspicion of domestic battery. Before taking him to Pinellas County Jail for processing, officers stopped at Largo Medical Center to have him evaluated. While inside the emergency room, Dorsey allegedly pulled out his glass eyeball and hurled it at the doctor and the nurse.
Well, I'm assuming he was intoxicated.
And the picture shows him, minus one eye.
My question is, he had to go there for a reason. There's a doctor and nurse involved. What did they do to make him so angry?
And he's being held on $25,000 bail with the domestic battery charge and another $5,000 for the glass eye battery.
I did not know. Good thing I don't have a glass eye.
My question
and there's a picture. We'll be sure to post it on the Twitter.
My question is, do they have to keep his glass eye for evidence, or did he get it back?
That's a good question.
It doesn't look like he got it back.
Wow.
Judging from the picture, there's no eye.
He's in his inmate uniform in the picture.
That is
fire.
I just want to know what happened. Did they say that they had to check his prostate, and he said no? Just did like a bank shot, hit them both in the head? I mean, how did this happen?
I don't know. They didn't specify, but that sounds like he was pretty upset about something. Either what transpired with the
he looks like a
domestic battery earlier or whatever. But I don't know. My first go-to would be taking my eye out and tossing it at somebody.
Yeah, no.
He looks like a drifter, though.
He doesn't look very pleasant.
No, he does not.
So I guess with that, I'm pretty sure that wraps up the show.
Yeah.
All right.
So long.
Farewell. My name's Clay.
My name's Jay.
This is Robert.
Follow us on Teal Apocalypse, JLove132, and Slackin' Kraken. And of course, Boldcastify, or the Boldcasters for this show individually, and local updates. Check out the Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course, check out our website at boldcastify.com. Thanks for listening tonight. Be bold.